Hello people, welcome back to our channel and to the second part of my Israel experience tour. This tour and this segment, we took a stopped over in the very ancient city of Shiloh, I guess as we Americans would say it. And this is a very ancient site. And how I got to go to Shiloh, real quick, I was on my way to Jerusalem and I stopped off to get air in the tire. And this wonderful gentleman, his name is Gideon, walked over to me and called me. And just all of a sudden he just says, so you're going to Shiloh? And I said, no, I'm going to Jerusalem. And he goes, no, you're going to Shiloh and I'm going to show you how to get there. Well, I decided to go with him and we went to this wonderful site. Now, for those of you who may not know, if you don't read your Bibles or Qurans, it's a place in Israel. This was the ancient capital of the Israelites for a total of around 369 years. So if you know the history of the story, Joshua, who came after Moses. Now I know maybe at this point a lot of you are like, oh boy, he's going to the Bible and well, it's on you. This is a fact. The Bible is, I'm not here to give you a religious class or anything, but the Bible is more than just a book about spirituality and laws and these type of things. There's stories in there, there's history in there, and actually the Bible is, or the Torah is a manual for now and in the future. It goes with time. And as I explained in my last segment, science and archaeology and geology and these type of things support the information which is written in the Torah and in the Bible. I'm going to be going through these videos. I'm going to show you Israel from my experience. I'll try to make this as short as possible. And then at the end of those 4 or 5 clips, then we're going to do a little summary of everything. And hopefully the world will come together as peace. There's going to be, people are just all over the world. People are in chaos. They're in fear. They're in hatred because of this one is black, this one is white, this one is Jewish, this one is Muslim, this one is rich, poor, whatever. You're a conservative, you're more liberal. We're only here for a moment, people. Make the best out of this moment while you're here. Be a leader and show your goodness. Be strong, but be a leader and be wise and enjoy the clip.
The wet sifting.
Hey guys, we're here in Ancient Shiloh. It's the second day of the special ops trip, and we are helping out with an archaeological dig here in Ancient Shiloh.
All right, what's your name?
My name is Gideon.
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 Gideon. Wow, the Gideon, that's powerful.
Yeah.
The fighter.
So we live here.
So
Okay.
when Samuel first came on, the first king,
all the prophecy of Samuel, it was here in this region.
yes,
In this region, actually, you hear about West Bank, and you hear about West Bank and other names. But actually, we are in Judea and Samaria. But if you will be much more specific,
yes,
we are in Benjamin.
the district of Benjamin. I saw the wolf.
Yeah, the Benjamin.
Right.
This is a Benjamin.
Yes.
And Benjamin has one of the largest lands.
Lands.
Yeah, land. So, this is ancient.
We're talking about 3,000 more than 3,000 Yes. No.
We are here. We are in Benjamin.
This region, okay,
This region
of Israel.
belongs to Benjamin, and as you can see, it's according to tribes. This is Judah, this Shimon, Reuben, Gad, all this region, and actually, and now what is called southern of Syria.
Syria.
It also was part of the Israel.
Israelites, right? It's the
It's
Bashan.
So, but it was conquered by the Arabs. It was conquered by the Arabs, but it was like part of the
Israeli tribe.
yeah. And you can see
The children, how they learn languages, how they learn the Hebrew language. Well, the Hebrew language is
we
thousands.
have here what we call book. It's called Sefer HaMesorah. And basically, when the kids are reaching 4 years old or so, we take honey, and we basically take the honey with the letters Aleph, for example, and the kid is licking it, and this creates a very positive connection in the kid's brain, because he connects the learning with something sweet. So when he grows up, naturally, he will like to learn.
Wow. Through the honey of the sweetness, of learning.
Yeah.
Wow, that makes sense. So on our way up, we've been greeted from. If you don't be afraid, buddy. I haven't seen a turtle live in a long time. So we're still in Shiloh. I got here, which says here, this was a house with storage rooms in the period of the judges. If anyone has read the Bible, no matter what, if it's still, like I said, if it's your Quran, if you're New Testament, but this here is what's been excavated, and this is in the time of the judges. Like you have Samuel, okay, and one of the W.A.R. and all these other judges. All right, keep moving on. So, making my way around. Oh, the weather is beautiful, huh? What a beautiful weather. Here are the hills, ancient hills, thousands of years old. So, just a little something here. Not to step on nobody's toes, but everybody's always talking about, Israel's only 70 years old, the state of Israel, they were never there before. Anyone that has a brain, a normal logical brain, knows there's a thing called archaeology. And if you believe that archaeology in other countries, if it's Rome, if it's Sweden, or wherever where the Vikings were, or Germany, they have their history and they have their archaeological finds. And here you have also the archaeological finds and the silos and different things like that, what they found from charred grain. They found this charred grain here, okay? And this was in the time what they say about the Canaanite city. Yeah. But this settlement was a typical Israelite settlement area. So anyway, like I said in the very beginning of the film, all this area, which I've showed you here in this segment of the film, is Shiloh. And this is where the first king of Israel had settled down. We're going to show you one last spot coming up next. So, finally made it to the top. So you're wondering, what's this building? No, it's not thousands of years old. It's just, this is the area, you know how you have the temple in Jerusalem, which Muslims and Christians and Jews all go over there to Jerusalem. First of all, let me get this shot off here. Got a little bit around the area. Okay. So anyway, this spot here is where before the Jerusalem and the temple, it was all here. Let me show you something. I have a little pottery here. Let's start off before the Israelites came. Remember we had, which was called the Canaanite period. And those are the stones. Wow, feel that. You have the Roman, where everybody knows the Romans were true. This is from a either cistern or how do you say vessel. And the Muslim period, another Muslim period, the Roman period, Byzantine, Constantine, the period of the Judges, this here, also the period of Judges. So basically the Roman Hellenistic period, the Canaanite, very, very old Canaanite times. Yeah, this is the first temple period. Very interesting. So, we finally come to our goal. And this here, what you see, the original tabernacle, is this area here. All of that area. That's where the original tabernacle, before there was the temple in Jerusalem. As usual, always curious. Now, if I don't come out, just to let you guys know, I'm in Shiloh, okay? And next to that building, I'm just gonna take a look inside. See what we got in here. Second, oops, a little bit shaky. Hold on. Take off my sunglasses. See what's up in here. Hello? Ah. It's okay. Crazy. All right. Wow. Interesting. Oh, it goes over here too. Look at this. Wow. It goes down here. Okay, I don't have all the right clothes to go down here, but oops. Okay. Anyway, I have to maybe try to come another time. Okay. Oh. We just came out of the hideout system. So this underground room that was cut out during the Jewish revolt in the Roman times. So that's what I was trying to tell you guys. You know, Israel is not just 70 years old. Any normal thinking person knows that the Israelites were here. I know people are upset that the way it is, It's just the truth. Just accept the fact that that's the way it is. Anyway. Where we were just under in these areas, that was like a hideout spot from the Romans. Here you see was an old church in the Byzantine time, and you see the mosaics on the floors, typical Greek art. The Greeks were very good in art. Well, a lot of the ancient people were good in art. Yeah, and you see here the little stones, how they placed the little stones. I don't know how much they got paid an hour, but yeah, that's the Byzantine time church. So, what is this here? This here is an ancient olive press. Like olives? Press it out. So, people, I have a little something for you, a little history, a nice little hologram.
The dark days of slavery are over. We've left Egypt. Back at the foot of Mount Sinai, we were commanded for the first time to build a tabernacle. And in fact, after the giving of the Torah at Mount Sinai, the tabernacle was built. The tabernacle is a portable, temporary temple. But for 39 years, it accompanied us in our wanderings through the desert, taken apart and reassembled again and again. After entering the Holy Land, Joshua established the tabernacle in Shiloh. The Shiloh tabernacle is built of a stone foundation and wooden beams, and covered by layers of fabric, a combination symbolizing the transition from a temporary tabernacle to a more permanent one. Shiloh is to be the dwelling place of the Shekhinah, the divine presence, the holiest site for the Jewish people for 369 years. The tabernacle was comprised of two main parts, the courtyard and the tabernacle tent. The tabernacle courtyard was rectangular, 100 cubits in length by 50 cubits in width, about 50 meters by 25 meters. In the heart of the courtyard stood the altar, made of wood overlaid with copper. On it burned the eternal fire, on which sacrifices, meal offerings, and wine offerings were made every single day. Since it is forbidden to ascend the altar by stairs, the Kohanim, the priests, ascended by a ramp. Before the Kohanim begin the tabernacle service, they would purify their hands and feet in the copper laving basin which stood between the altar and the tabernacle tent. It is said that when the contributions for the tabernacle were collected in the desert, all the women donated their copper mirrors from which the laving basin was made. First thing in the morning, the Kohanim entered the tabernacle tent, the sanctuary, for the day's service. Twice a day they burned incense on the gold-plated incense altar. A blend of 11 special spices, which were placed on the coals, and whose wonderful perfume wafted far into the distance.